Hey there, clan, and welcome to another Dragon Age Inquisition party member analysis. In today's installment, we're going to be looking at Lady Josephine Cherette Montilyet, the diplomat and administrative officer of the Inquisition. Let's dive into this, shall we? Okay, so firstly I will do my first impressions of Josephine. She is... How did it... Firstly, I gotta get this off the bat. I love the accent. I'm a sucker for a good accent, and I really do like the accent of this. Allegra Clark, who voices Lady Josephine, did an exceptional job with that, and just gotta say, wow. That's all I gotta say on that fact. But my first impressions of her is that she knows how to play the political game. Like, she has mastered it, I'd say, definitely. Just the way she talks, the way she presents herself, also her attire, and just the way she talks as well. It's very innocent, very subtle in the mannerisms, that everything she's saying, she's thought to say before she even met you, or before she even meets the people. Like, she's always well planned out and all that. You definitely see that she, like, if you were playing a game of chess with her, she's like 10 moves ahead of you. That's something I definitely got off the bat with her with my first impressions, and I was like, you know what? And plus Liliana picked her, so I was like, Liliana knows talent when she sees it, so Josephine definitely has that kind of thing. And of course the Antibonus definitely does its charm, I won't lie. But you can definitely see that she's been playing the political game for years, and she's got it down to a fine art. Like, Liliana plays the game very well. Liliana knows how to play the game, but she plays it as a bard. Josephine plays it as a diplomat without using a weapon. Like, I did read a comment somewhere asking why does Josephine not have a weapon, because her weapon is not a sword. Her weapon is her ink and quill and her voice and her words. That's all she needs. With those instruments, she can crumble pretty much anyone. She definitely has a more, look, I'm not going to fight you, but with this little parchment here, I can bankrupt you. I can make you one of the most wanted people in all of Thedas, and also I can do this. And that's the type of person I got with my first impression. She knows how to play the game. She will bullshit to an extent, but she won't bullshit to an extent that will hurt herself. As she knows very well how to judge people and react with them and all that. But like every other character in Dragon Age, she doesn't just wear a mask for the game, she wears a mask to hide other things. Josephine's way of playing the game, I've already touched on most of it, but I actually kind of like her, the way she plays the game. She's subtle, but can be right up in your face if you need to. I think Liliana states at some point that she's terrified of Josephine because she can literally destroy you with a piece of paper, so I like that. Now, Josephine doesn't really talk about her past much. The only thing she talks about for the majority of the time you try and discuss things with her is, of course, her family and also what's going on right now. She does mention a few things about her past, but the most part she's talking about her family and also what's happening right now with the Inquisition. I definitely like that about her. It says we got to talk to her about her family and how they used to be basically akin to royalty in some way. They were the merchant kings in a way, but after a scandal and various other malicious attacks on their family, they're a mere shadow of what they formerly were, a mere fraction. And you can tell that Josephine wants to actually make the family whole again. She wants the Montilyet name to actually mean something again, instead of something to be, well, not laughed at, but to be looked down upon. She wants people to look up to the Montilyet name instead of looked down upon. And you can tell that with the way she talks about her family, how they used to have fleets of ships and merchants and people revered us and all that. You can tell that she has a genuine passion for wanting to restore her family history, and also the way she talks about the fact that the rest of her family is that she's the eldest daughter. She has to do this. She has to make sure that the family is better off than what they are right now. And you can definitely feel she does love her family, and she's willing to do a lot for her family. She's willing to sacrifice pretty much her entire life to it, which I definitely get that kind of noble sentimentality from her, and I like that about her. I do like that. but at the same time she also understands that that the Inquisition has to come first in some cases, and she does not like. She would never sacrifice the Inquisition to better her family. She would always be there. She's very loyal to her friends, which is something I like about her. Like a lot of the characters, once you earn her loyalty, she's loyal to you for life. She definitely treasures her family, but she also treasures her friends, who in a way become akin to her family. That's something that I kind of think Josephine does portray very well, is the fact that sometimes a friend can become such a great friend that they're like family. Blood does not define a family always, and I do really like that about Josephine, is that eventually she grows. She views Liliana as a bit of a sister, and I like that about her. And she views your Inquisitor, even if you don't romance her, as very much like a brother or a sister. I definitely get that kind of vibe for her, or at least a dear friend, especially if you do go all out for her when you actually try and help her to take a price that's on her head from a contract that is centuries old, that really the people who put the contract out are long gone. Like, they are long gone. Like, the family doesn't even in a way doesn't even exist anymore, at least not their noble line anyway. So I definitely like the fact that we were given that option in her loyalty mission to actually do it her way. She definitely implies that we have to do things my way, the political way, play the game. We have to look for resources, we have to find a descendant, we have to find them and all that crap. And I really do like that we do get that option, but we also get Liliana's option, which is basically go in, kill people, get the contract, rip up, nobody has it anymore. I definitely like the play we can do it Josephine's way, because that's the way she wants to do it. And I do really, really like that. And after you accomplish that mission and basically give her family a chance to actually be something again, she's eternally grateful and very loyal to you. And I definitely like that. But as I mentioned, she wears a bit of a mask. And that's something that hides something about her past. As I said, after you befriend her, she tells you about her past, the fact that she actually was a bard for a short time, very much like Liliana. The only difference between her and Liliana, though, was the fact that after being a bard for a short time, she actually killed a rival bard, unmasked them, and it turned out to be a dear friend of hers. And that scarred her in a way. That scarred her, and that moment changed her forever. She basically, from that point on, she actually renounced the bard life and refused to be violent anymore. And I definitely get that reason why she did it. The bards, let's face it, they're romanticized. There are such a thing as true bards, and I think Liliana encompasses that perfectly. Like, Liliana is a true bard, but bards are romanticized in the Elysian lifestyle. And it's not something for everyone. Like, Josephine even states it, if memory serves me, that she didn't expect to have to kill people, like people she actually knew. Faceless people she wouldn't mind, but people she knew. Like, she did not understand that that's what they needed to do. And once that happened, she changed her ways, and it changed her forever. And that can happen to people in real life, and I do definitely like that. Major props to Allegra Clark again, who definitely got that across with the voice, the fact that she understands the bard life, but she doesn't want it anymore. She didn't want it after what happened. Like, she killed a friend of hers, and that's something that hurt her, scarred her. And then she put the mask on of Lady Josephine Montilyet, the one that shows face and plays the game without resorting to bloodshed. I definitely think that's what she prefers to do. That's definitely something I definitely like about her, is the fact that she does not want to use violence if it is at all possible. She would rather play the game and win that way, with words, parchment, favors, than spill a drop of blood. I definitely like that about her. Doesn't always work though. Sometimes you do need to get a bit violent, and she understands that. But I definitely like the fact that she tries her best to avoid bloodshed, and that is a great example of someone who can change their entire life. I definitely like that, and I give major props to the voice actor and the writers as well. They did an exceptional job with that, and just portraying that, how that changed her forever, and to reveal that to someone like the Inquisitor, even though she is the herald of Andraste, revealing that to someone who she's only known for such a short time, and yet this person went all out to actually try and restore her family name in a way, it means a lot to her. She may have only known you for a short time, but you become her friend. Her sister in a way, or a romance, which I'll get to in a moment. And I definitely really like that she's like, thank you so much, you didn't have to do this, you could have done it the easy way, but you chose to do it my way, and I thank you for that. And I give major props to the writers and that she came across violently well. Okay, I'm going to say this right now. Lady Josephine's romance is the cheesiest of all the romances, and I freaking love it for it. It feels like a classic romantic story from the fables. Like, you fall in love, and then somebody comes along to try and take away. She's already been engaged by the sound of it by her family, and then you have to go and duel the person that she's engaged to and try and win her hand. And then you say to her, I love you because I love you. And then she runs to you pick her up, and you spin her around. It feels like a romantic comedy, but I bloody love it. It's cheesy as hell, and I don't know if that's what they were going for, but I definitely really like that. She's also the only romance you don't see them in the bed naked together, so I definitely gotta say that's because it's cheesy as hell and it feels like a rom-com. Like, that just encompasses it, that we never see, like, and not to sound perverted, but we never see Lady Josephine naked with the Inquisitor. And that just suits the rom-com kind of thing perfectly, and I just love it. They're just sitting by the fire, holding each other. It just feels so cheesy as hell, but I love it. I'm a cheesy person. I like a bit of cheese in my games sometimes. I like a bit of cheese in my movies, and it just adds to it. It just comforts the world of Dragon Age. It has a mixture of this seriousness, but also this funness and this enjoyment, and I definitely like that. And I think you can tell by Allegra Clark's voice acting that she was having a blast doing it. You can tell she was enjoying that immensely, and I'm sure the writers enjoyed writing that as well. It just comes across very well, very cheesy, but done right. It's done the right kind of cheese. Not too much cheese, it's the right kind of cheese. And I definitely like that. So I'm going to have to wrap this up now, what I think about Lady Josephine. And I like her. I really do like her character. I have actually romanced her with my female mage Qunari Inquisitor. And I think that's probably going to be my canon romance, in all honesty. Right now I'm still debating if it's going to be her or Sarah. I'm still debating, and I beat the game quite a while ago. But it's just because I like her romance. It's cheesy and it's so well done, and I just like it. And I really do like it. I think it is probably going to be my canon romance, at least for this, for my Qunari Inquisitor. I just like it. It's fun, it's enjoyable, it's an absolute treat to play at. I do enjoy it. And Josephine is definitely, I don't think I can't, my least favourite is Vivienne. Josephine's no anywhere near, like, I think Josephine's a better character than Vivienne in my opinion, but I still love Josephine. She's absolutely fantastic. I don't know where I'd put her on the scale of like who's my favourite, because that changes daily. It changes like depending on my mood. But Josephine's definitely up there. She's probably, I don't know, maybe one of my favourite new characters introduced into the series, because she is the only new character among the advisors. We've already had Liliana for basically for one full game, and we had Cullen for basically 2. So I definitely think Josephine is one of my favourite new characters. I like her, and she's an absolute gem, and I hope that Allegra Clark gets a lot more work out of this, because she does an exceptional job, and she's a very well talented voice actress. So that was Lady Josephine. It was a treat to talk about her. Let's see who we have left. We have Cullen, Liliana, and Cole. We only have 3 left, people. Who are you hoping for? Who are you hoping I'll pick? Are you hoping I'll pick Cole and we can finally talk about the last party member? Or will we talk about Cullen or Liliana? Ooh, that's going to be an interesting one. I don't think I'll have much to say on Liliana. Well, I may have a bit to say, so let's see. Who are we going to be doing next? Let's go this one. Let's put this down. We're going to be talking... Oh, shit. We're going Cullen, baby. Oh my. I might actually have to wear armor for this episode, because I have, if I say anything bad now, I have 3 people that are going to kill me. And the rest of the people who are Cullenites. But yeah, we're going to be talking about the commander of the Inquisition's forces, Cullen. See you next time.